Never launch an AI agent without actually understanding what it's made of and how to configure it the right way. My name is Mason. I've been doing this for over 2 years now, helping businesses all over the world build AI automations. And before I dive deep, if you want to actually use these kind of AI agents, I'm talking RAG agents, AI receptionists, personal assistants. I have a template library along with other free resources inside of my free community. It's called Automate What Academy. All of the files are there for you inside the classroom and underneath free resources, and the full tutorials are over in Automate What Academy Pro. First, let's start with what an AI agent is actually made of. There's 4 parts. We have the brain, we have the system prompt, we have memory, and we have tools. You can think of the brain as your AI provider. I'm talking OpenAI, xAI, Claude, Gemini, etc. The system prompt, this is all of your instructions. This is defining how your agent should think and behave. The memory is where your agent can store information of previous interactions. And then the tools, this is what give your AI agents the muscles. These are essentially actions that your AI agent can take on your behalf. Anything from looking up information in a knowledge base, drafting emails, scheduling things in the calendar, so on and so forth. Now let me show you how this all comes together inside of Make.com. So inside of Make.com, you log in. On the left-hand side, you'll see this tab that says AI Agents. It's currently still in beta, but it's available to anyone on a paid plan. When you click into this tab, it'll take you to a screen that looks like this, where it will have all of your AI agents. If you're new to this, you'll have 0. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to first create an agent up here in the top right-hand corner. If you're on a paid plan, then you can create your own connection to your own AI provider, such as OpenAI. You can do that by adding the connection right here and then selecting your AI provider, let's say OpenAI. All I have to do is give it a name and then insert my API key, hit save, and now you're good to go. Give your AI agent a name, select the model that you wish to use. Again, this is the brain of your agent, so you can select, since I connected it up to my OpenAI account, I have a list of OpenAI models that I can choose from. Just a side note, when I'm making this video in the middle of December of 2025, still my very favorite model to use for these AI agents is GPT 4.1, this guy right here. It's a fairly old model, but it's the best when it comes to instruction following, speed, cost effectiveness. It's just all around a really good model for agentic use. And then you can go ahead and give your system prompt right here. So remember, this is your list of instructions. When I make these in Make.com, I don't like to build out my system prompt right here, so I just do ASDF or whatever, just type something in there. Once you hit save, it'll take you to a window that looks like this. You have a bigger window right here to insert your system prompt, and you have all of these other configurations right here. So remember, we have 4 parts. We hooked up a brain. We're using OpenAI GPT 4.1. That is our brain, so we're good to go. Now, as for the system prompt, I want to touch on that really quick. I have the perfect prompt format for you guys. If you go to my free community inside the classroom, underneath free resources, you can find it underneath AI agent system prompt format, and I have a link to a Google document where I define the perfect system prompt for AI agents. Again, the link to my free community is down in the description or over in my bio. You can hit up my website and find it there. Inside of your Make AI agent, you can add context right here. You can think of this as a knowledge base. So you can click add right here, and any of these file types, so TXT, PDF, Word doc, CSV file, JSON, MD, all of these file types are supported. You can upload the file, and then your AI agent will be able to access these files, this knowledge base, if you will, to grab factual information to give factual answers back to the user. These are the limitations. So 20 megabytes maximum per file, 50 files maximum per team, 100 files maximum per organization, and 20 files maximum per AI agent. This is great for small to medium use cases, but if you have a huge lengthy knowledge base that might constantly be changing or constantly need updating, then what I recommend for that is a RAG database. That's for another video. I'll link that above for you guys if you want to take a look at that video and see how I built out a RAG AI agent using Pinecone. That was context, so a knowledge base. That's kind of like a tool. It kind of falls, I classify it as a tool, and a little bit of memory. They kind of overlap, but I want to specifically talk about memory really quick within Make AI agents. It's really simple. Where you go to find that is over in agent settings right here. Right here, if you scroll down to the very bottom, you can define the maximum number of agent runs in the thread history. So what this means is the AI agent will be able to pull currently the 10 most recent interactions in the chat. So if I want my AI agent to be able to go further into the past, further into the chat history, maybe I would set this number to 20, 30, 50, 100. You can set this to whatever number you want. And so as you increase this number, it can go further back into your chat history and pull any relevant information or context back into the current chat or where you're currently at interacting with your AI agent. I'll dive into this a bit more later on in the video. Now I want to talk about tools. So remember, tools are what give your AI agents muscles. Inside of make.com, they might look like this. Tools are essentially separate scenarios or separate automations, separate workflows that you have built out in make.com that you can hook up to your AI agent. These tools might look something like this, something short and simple, or they could be more lengthy like this. This is my knowledge retrieval, so my RAG database inside of Pinecone. Remember I touched on that. My AI agent can call upon and execute this tool, hit up my RAG database inside of Pinecone, and grab specific information in my lengthy knowledge base, anything related to the specific inquiry that the user gives the AI agent, and then it can use that context to draft up a factual, concise reply to the user. So a real world use case might look something like this, where I hook it up to Slack. Again, this window that you're seeing right here is just the AI agent configuration window. This is where I can go to hook up tools, to edit and modify the system prompt, to test and train my AI agent by chatting with it, and then seeing what results I get until I get a perfect AI agent that I like. The results are quality, the results are consistent. Now I can move it into production and hook it up to a tool such as Slack, for example. So me or anyone on my team in my business, they can just stay within Slack all day long and hit up my AI agent. They can ask any questions. They can delegate tasks such as draft an email to so-and-so or schedule a 30-minute call with Mark for tomorrow at 1 p.m. to go over his most recent client, stuff like that. So again, this AI agent that I created is for a fictional law firm. Me, as one of the employees in this law firm, I can just go to my designated channel and interact with my AI agent. So schedule a 30-minute call with Mark for tomorrow at 2 p.m. to go over his most recent client case. I can hit enter, send that off, and it will go hit up my AI agent, which will be able to call upon all the necessary tools. It will look up the calendar context. It will look up Mark inside of my CRM to grab his email. So see how I didn't specify his email? I just said Mark. So my AI agent knows, per my system prompt and instructions that I gave it and all of the necessary tools, it knows, okay, the user wants to schedule a call. So, and they also want to invite Mark. First, I need to go to the CRM and I need to look up Mark and see if Mark is available, see if that contact information is available, grab his email. Cool, I have his email. Now I need to go get the calendar context, see what the current date and time is, and then see what does Mason mean by tomorrow. He just says tomorrow at 2 p.m. And then the AI agent can go through its own reasoning and say, okay, so based on the context, the calendar context, today's date is Wednesday, December 17th. Tomorrow must mean Thursday, December 18th at 2 p.m. Mountain Time, right? All of this stuff is defined inside of my system prompt. So if I scroll up right here and go down to the tools list, so I have my tools list right here where I define all of the tools that this AI agent has available to it. And then I also have step-by-step task flows. So calendar and scheduling, this is what I want. This is the flow that I want you to follow. Retrieve the 31 days of calendar context using this tool, right? And then once you have the 31 days of calendar context, retrieve available times using the calendar availability tool. 3, if someone is mentioned to be invited to a calendar event, then use the calendar or the law firm CRM live demo tool to look up their contact information. And then when scheduling an event in the calendar, use the law firm create calendar event live demo tool. I could probably be better with my naming conventions, and then as a last note, all times must be in Mountain Time and they need to be converted into UTC when scheduling in the calendar. So we can see if I open up my calendar for tomorrow, December 18th, the call with Mark to discuss his most recent client case is scheduled and Mark is invited. So our AI agent ran flawlessly. It invited Mark, it went to the CRM tool and found Mark's contact. So it's just a simple Google Sheet in my use case. It went to this table for team members and it found Mark Johnson right here and grabbed his email address right there. Cool, and then it added him as an invitee to the calendar event. The proper duration was set, so 30 minutes, and a nice description for us right here as well. So this is my current list of tools that you see right here that my AI agent can call upon and execute. Remember, these are the muscles. Now I want to touch on MCP. Make.com just added this recently. These are MCP servers that are essentially external tools that you can hook up to your Make.com AI agent. So if you have a separate software somewhere, like an external third-party app or software that you want to use, that you want to plug in as tools to your AI agent inside of make.com, you can do that through an MCP connection right here. When you wish to plug in your AI agent that you have configured into an external tool, such as Slack, for example, this is what that looks like. You just use this module, AI agent, run an agent, select your agent that you have configured, and then you can add additional tools right here. So additional module tools, and these are really quick setup. So if you wish to add a tool, you can add a module tool, and you can create a module tool. So if you want to hook up to Dropbox, or you want to hook up to Airtable, and you want to search for records, all you have to do is select the module, search records, and then you configure it right here. You select your base, the table, all of that stuff. Now I have one built out already for the CRM, my Google Sheet, so we can go into the settings right there. This is what that looks like. You have to give it a description. So use this tool to search for information about clients or team members, best for grabbing names, contact info, and status notes, all that stuff, right? So it's a description saying, when the AI agent calls upon and looks at this tool, it can look at the description and be like, is this the correct tool to use, and how do I use it? And the cool thing with these module tools, Make.com just barely added this, you can actually let your AI agent decide what to input for some of these fields. So for the sheet name, because I have two sheets, I have the client's sheet and I have the team member sheet. If I specify that in the system prompt, then the AI agent can know what to insert if I check this box on. So I can let my AI agent decide to either insert clients or team members. Another example, for law firm create calendar event, I can show you that configuration for this tool. I gave it a description, I hooked it up to my Google Calendar, and then the cool thing, it makes it super easy. I can just let my AI agent decide what to input for the event name, whether to add a Google Meet video conferencing link or not. I can let my AI agent decide if there's any attendees that the user specified or not. If so, they can add those people, basically email addresses, into this field right here. It can select if it's an all-day event or not. It can dynamically insert a start date and an end date, and a lot more. And the cool thing is, when I hook up this AI agent to a tool such as Slack, I can just carry on the conversation right within the same thread, and it will have all of the necessary context. So remember, it can go back 10 messages or 20 or 50 messages in the past and pull any necessary knowledge or any necessary information or context from previous interactions. Essentially the history, the memory, right? It can go back that far and remember the conversation. So for example, if I want to carry on this conversation, I don't need to give any necessary information. It already knows that I'm talking about Mark, so I don't even need to mention Mark's name. I can just say something like, in natural language, can you also give me a short summary of his, that's reference to Mark, but the AI agent will know based on the context. It can go back in the history and go, oh, when Mason says his, he's referring to Mark. So can you give me a short summary of his most recent case that he's working on? And that's why memory is really important. The AI agent can know based on the context, based on the history of the conversation, who we're talking about, what we're talking about, and what I want the AI agent to do. And remember, before moving this into production and hooking it up to a tool, like an external messaging tool such as Slack, I can test out and train my AI agent right here, inputting test inquiries or test questions or tasks, whatever, right? Just like I would in Slack, but I can do it right here in a test environment, and then tweak and modify the system prompt or the tool configurations or the model and select a different model. Maybe I need a higher reasoning model like GPT 5.2, right? I can mess with all of that stuff, test it out right here until I get consistent quality results. Then I can move it into production and hook it up to a tool such as Slack, and that would look something like this. I love AI agents. I love AI automation. If you guys want, come join us over in my free community. I have so many free resources, training videos, templates for you guys over here. You can find the link to it down below in the description, or head over to my profile. You can hit up my website and find it there as well. And if you're serious about implementing AI in your own business, or you're looking to make money in this space, then Automate What Academy Pro is where you need to be. I have my full training videos here in the classroom where I'll take you from absolute beginner all the way to my level. I have my full template library with the full breakdown tutorial videos for each one of those templates, including unlimited tech support where I'll help you get unstuck. I'll help you build out your AI automations, your AI agents, whether they're for your business or for your clients. Direct access to me and my team. Very valuable stuff. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it useful, and be sure to like and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on all of my new content. Thanks, guys.